Hey everybody, it's Zach. Welcome back to Heroverse Gaming. And guys, this is something new I'm going to be bringing here to the channel. As you can see from the title, I am actually going to be breaking down this trailer reaction for Spider-Man 2 PS5. Yesterday we got gameplay at the PlayStation Showcase, and what an amazing gameplay it was. I was not expecting we would have like 12 minutes of gameplay for the new Spider-Man game. But literally, that was a drop the mic moment for the showcase, and I thought at first, when they said it was the last game they were going to be showing at the end of the showcase, I was really worried that they weren't going to show the Spider-Man game until we saw Kraven, and I was like, oh my god, they're actually like doing it. We're getting gameplay footage. And I said even in stream, I was really excited to kind of like do a trailer breakdown. This is actually my first ever trailer breakdown I'm doing here on the channel. So definitely, like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and put in those notifications because I want to start doing more stuff like this, especially for upcoming content with Spider-Man 2 PS5. And I actually will be doing a live stream of me playing Spider-Man 2 PS5 when it does come out. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, so that's what I'm saying. Subscribe to the channel, put in those notifications, like this video, so that way you do not miss that live stream when the game does come out, because I will be doing a full-on live stream playing the game. But guys, this is actually, I'm going to be doing this trailer breakdown with two of my friends, Troy and Sam, and this is Sam's first time here on my channel, and I'm really excited for him to be in this video. On top of Troy is a recurring friend that has come on my channel. He's been in my live streams. He's been in my reviews over on my main channel. So definitely go show them some love and support down in the comments below. But guys, like I said, sit back, relax, and enjoy us breaking down the gameplay trailer for Spider-Man 2 PS5. And let's start it. Guys, we are here. I am here with, of course, Troy and Sam, and this is our first breakdown of the Kraven gameplay that we got in yesterday's showcase. Guys, say what's up.
What's up?
What's up, Heroverse?
And yeah, we are here, and we're gonna talk about this gameplay. We're gonna talk about this, our first and what's crazy is that yesterday they were connected, the Kraven gameplay of introducing kind of the game, and then of course we got the Miles and Peter part of the gameplay. So we're gonna talk about what we like and the visuals. Guys, I'll let you go first. Out of this, what do you like? Because this kicked off the end of the showcase.
You can go, Sam.
So what I liked about this is that the start of this started off nice and slow and gave off a very Hunter-esque feel to it, which is very appropriate for Kraven as a character.
Yes.
And what we're about to see here goes to show his prowess as a hunter.
You will not share.
I do agree, because I like how he's training like his crew to hunt.
Yeah, and anyone Kraven finds unworthy to even dare best him or get close to besting him in hunting,
yes,
he gets rid of immediately because he has no room for weakness in his crew.
And I appreciate that a lot. And of course we get the same line he did in the teaser.
I asked for an equal.
I
love that line. It's clean,
Me
bro.
too.
Is what you find.
It's great. That line's crisp.
Perhaps a new hunting ground.
Right when he said a new hunting ground, I knew instantly the New York.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Black Cat. Of course, Prowler. There's
Dude,
Wraith.
Wraith looks fire.
Of course, and Wraith is actually was it Yuri Watanabe?
Yeah, because
yes.
at
A great hunt.
the end of the Silver Lining DLC, she leaves clues and crime scenes to crimes that were never left solved. And she took care of them by killing the person who was involved in that. And at the end of it, she kills crime boss at the very end, and then she leaves to start doing her own thing.
I love that. That's clean.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think are we ready to go on to the next one, boys?
Yep.
All right, that back out here. Let me click here. And let's do full screen. Now, guys, this is the gameplay with Peter and Miles. This gameplay is really when we were all freaking out, and of course you'll see why in a minute. But guys, what was your reaction when it cut to 6 months later? A lot can happen in those 6 months. We don't know if it means we start the game with Kraven and then we jump to you know, this is just where we'll get later down the line in the game. But this was crazy to kind of start with Kraven and then go to a 6 months later of what could have happened in that time span of Kraven coming to New York and how much damage he caused in New York in those 6 months. By the way, this is not Aunt May's place. This is actually Kurt Connors' home in Queens. That was released yesterday. Hey!
You have no idea.
What's your thought, boys?
So, my first reaction to this, now seeing that this is Kurt Connors, now it makes more sense why the bunker doors to the basement are broken.
Yes.
Now looking at the black suit combat, most definitely the devs at Insomniac took some inspiration from Spider-Man Web of Shadows and Spider-Man Shadow Dimensions, because in both games Peter was more attuned to using the symbiote's tentacles for knocking people around, defense, and whatnot, as we see here.
Yes.
And this is something new
I love
of
this
seeing
scene
Peter being
right
able
here. That combo was fire.
because
This too.
yeah, that's probably going to be attuned to more of a either finisher or a special move or skill we unlock later in the game.
Can we take a minute and just how beautiful the graphics look? Like the sun, the reflection. It's sunset at this point and it looks beautiful. This, the switch to Miles too is awesome. I wonder if it's going to be that quick.
Blizzard. I'm on it. Sounds like Kraven shut
Yeah.
off his.
This is fantastic. This is incredible. This
guess
takes
we'll
a
chat later?
whole nother level to speed in the game.
Yeah, now seeing what
And
we
the-
just saw with the slingshot
Yes.
maneuver that Miles pulled off
Must be sushi night.
hasn't been seen since Amazing Spider-Man 2 in 2014. Is there been featured in now the Wing Glider? I'm wondering if that's going to be more tuned to a story progression, or if it's going to be basic skill and movement we have from get.
He's done for.
Yeah, I think I love the web glider. I love how they introduced that finally in this game, because we had an Easter egg to it in the finds of Spider-Man 1. Like Peter was talking about the web wings and say he couldn't get
With
them to
the-
work. And yeah.
Yeah, it was related to a back. Now this is going to be an interesting gadget to use in game. Is the web line that Miles can create.
Love it.
Now,
The dual
the question-
takedowns is awesome too.
yeah, that's never been featured in a game in the past ever. So that's brand new.
Troy, what do you
That
think
is
about
also a
that,
new
bro?
gadget.
Dude, like, does he go invisible or like?
Dude,
Like
people
people
thought
were
that
saying he was like he transported.
Yeah,
like, he,
I
like,
thought that, but apparently no. It's I forget the name of the takedown. It's called like a
thunder something.
thunder shock or something. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy. It looks like he's teleporting, which
Yeah,
would not
yeah.
surprise me if somehow he was able to do that, because you know he's, mind you, Miles has learned a lot in those 6 months. You know what I mean? Look at what he did in his game, and that was only a little bit of training he got from Peter. But like now it's been 6 months, and we can see that he's definitely more in tune with his spider senses and stuff like that, and knowing how to, you know, knowing his strengths and what he can do. So I love that. I love how they're really like
plus-
showing that off.
Plus, having Peter back in town and having to train him more on one-on-one instead of with a simulation,
Yes.
he's able to give Miles more personal attention.
And I do love that. I do love that. Now, when do
Now
you
with
guys?
the blue,
Yeah, I'll let you go.
now with the blue lightning, what I'm thinking that's going to involve is Miles is going to be able to use both his normal venom blasts and the blue variation to either charge an enemy and then discharge it, or if it's going to be more of a kinetic
Behind me.
version. That's going to be an interesting fact.
See, people were saying that the blue lightning could be the fact that he absorbs the stuff in the Miles game,
Just his skin.
Yeah,
the
true.
new form. Like he absorbed the new form and it was blue, so people think it's from that. Like it altered his altered him a little bit. Now this is sick.
That's a possibility. Oh yeah, for sure.
I love that suit. It's probably my
Yeah.
favorite, you know, mix of like the comic accuracy, but also their own spin on it, which I do appreciate.
Yeah. Genki's tracking
Yeah.
him.
How about Genki? I really do love how Miles and Genki, like, it's great.
But the date isn't complete.
Yeah.
I like how Genki is like a member of the team.
Chill.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy in the chair.
Yeah, he
He's the
is,
guy on
like
the thing,
Ned.
yeah.
Me neither.
I don't even have a stomach, so.
But what do we think about Lizard's size? He's like a T-Rex, bro.
Dude, he's literally
Yeah.
Godzilla, dude. Godzilla Jr.
Honestly, that might be the best comparison, Troy. Like Godzilla, bro.
Yeah.
I
Because
was like, go ahead, Sam.
because he is supposed to be a lizard, and now most lizards, they eventually keep growing and growing in size until they reach their maximum size. But with Connors, that couldn't be a factor because he can modify it
Yeah.
to make it to where he just keeps growing. And as a predator keeps growing in size, that predator will keep seeking bigger and bigger prey, which is why he eventually starts going for humans here.
Yeah.
Now this whole chase sequence is pretty cool.
I love that they're showing us the size and the scale of them opening up New York finally.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little detail too, where Miles, like, when you have to press triangle,
Yes.
it has that like cool like into the Spider-Verse like looking thing.
Yes.
Like that little color thing. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I love the new hub, the new display
Yeah.
hub they have.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take up too much room. It's nice and clean.
Dude, can we take a minute and talk about the transitions and how clean they are? It doesn't even
Oh,
take
yeah.
long at all. You just transfer to the different character. So like Miles or Peter.
Yeah. Now the question becomes, will we be able to choose and pick which Spider-Man we want to play in free roam? Or are they going to be specifically tied to story progression? I would hope that it becomes...
I think it
They
might
are
be free
useful.
roam.
Yeah. And that throughout the story, you will switch between the two for doing specific tasks and story progression.
I do think so too. I think for the game, you're gonna stay the character it wants you to stay, but when it comes to you beating the game, it'll let you decide who you want to be. But it's crazy to see, like, look at this. Look at Miles, bro. He's so his own Spider-Man, and I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ah, jeez. And people were saying online that like Miles felt overpowered. That's what some people were saying, and I said, "Are you kidding me? Like he could learn a lot
Yeah,
in 6 months."
Comic Blast Keenan even said that in his
That's
short
what I'm
video.
That's what I'm talking about, Troy. As much
He was
as
like,
I
"Oh."
love Comic Blast, bro, but like that annoyed me.
He's wilding for that.
Yeah.
In his own game, Miles wasn't overpowered. He just had a different moveset from Peter.
Exactly.
Because he had the different variations of the Venom Blast, which in that game they were tied to taking down specific enemies in general.
Yeah.
But just the basic Venom Punch was a crowd controller and something to help stun enemies, and then you finish them off with either a finisher or basic combo.
And we need to remember, like, he has an advantage over Peter because of the Venom Blast. I even said in Comic Blast, Keenan's,
In
chat.
the like invisibility.
Yeah, I even said even in his in the comment section of his video, I said that like overpowered my ass. I said bro could learn a lot in 6 months, and I mean I wouldn't be surprised if Miles' Venom Blast is the thing that stops Peter from getting out of control and getting the Venom suit off. I said I wouldn't be surprised because Miles is powerful. Like let's not sleep on him. Like he's awesome.
Miles has potential. In this universe, Miles has a lot of potential to grow because in his game, he had only had his powers for maybe less than a year, maybe close to a year at that point, and he was training with Miles. Because throughout the first game and Miles' title, we don't really get an exact set of time for when time has passed. I mean, obviously, the ending of Spider-Man was probably summerish, and now we're transitioning into winter, considering the timestamps. So we don't get an exact timestamp, and I don't know if we're going to get one in this one for how long time has passed between the ending of Miles' first game to this.
Yeah, the thing that I love though is that Miles is gonna be the one to pull Peter back in because look how angry he is because the suit is preying on his anger and is trying to corrupt his mind. And I love how Miles is like, I might need to be the one to pull him back in and make him realize that this isn't you. And I appreciate that. It looks good.
It might also come down to maybe a story progression, maybe something because also remember, Doc Connors knew that Harry was in New York, and he didn't tell Peter because he worked with Doc Connors in the past, mind you. So that might be tied to a personal gripe that he has.
Yeah. You
And
might be
Peter
right.
is really upset with Connors for keeping this from him, and he might just be upset with Norman as a whole. Because first of all, he shut down Otto's lab in the first game, so he probably didn't sit. He'd let it go because Otto told him to. But
Yeah.
seeing what he did in the first game to Otto and Lee, because he was close to both characters in the first game, he might have a grudge against both Connors and Norman in the second game.
Now the question is that like, because we see a lot going on, but the question is that like, when do we think in what point of the game do you think this is going to take place?
He's got the black suit. That's probably going to take either, like I said, Zach, on your stream the other day, that's either going to be probably towards late early game, towards the middle of the game, probably.
Nah, I don't think like mid. I think 25 to 35% in.
Because
I don't think quite halfway in.
people were saying that when Peter went here to look for Connors, that there might have been a piece of the symbiote because he was working with Norman, with with Harry, because Harry had the symbiote on him, keeping him alive. But people think that he might have like a little sample at his place and it got on him, and this is the first time he has it. But I don't think it is, because he said you have no idea. Like I have, like, so I feel like this might be like the third time he's been in the suit, maybe. Something. It feels like he's had it for a minute. You know what I mean?
You think so?
I feel like he's had it for a minute.
Ability.
Because look, he seems in tuned with it, like he's been using it for a while. But I do think that he might have gotten it from a sample from Kurt Connors. That's what I'm thinking.
Lizards across the river.
Not even directly from Harry.
Not gonna make it in time.
That could be a possibility.
Miles,
Or maybe you never know. Because I want to say it happened right then and there by him getting a sample looking for Kurt, but he just feels like he's had it for longer than that moment. By the way, I'm saying, like, you have no idea. Like when they said, "Oh, look, it's like, look, there's like," I forget what they said, but it's like you have no idea. I love this though, how it's kind of like it's wind tunnels Miles is taking for the web wings. I like that. It's gonna be fun implementing that for both Spider-Mans, not even just Miles but Peter.
Yeah, that's because again, that's gonna make for another great way for traversal. Like, let's say, because I know there's gonna be lots of side content here, it's gonna make for a very quick trip going back across the island.
I think,
and for even going to the other islands as well. It's gonna make for a lot of easier traversing.
A part of me feels like there's gonna be timer quests where like it's all about speed, kind of like in the first game. About getting to certain bombs and stuff. I think it's gonna do that. Where like that's implemented.
Yeah.
But like, I love the dual takedowns. It's something new. I mean, we've never done that before, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And the new weapons I like a lot too.
Yeah. Now what he just did, I saw the input go from the left bumper and then probably triangle for the bumper and abilities. That's probably going to be, so that might be a possible technique or ability that Miles unlocks, like he did with the Venom Punch, Blast, and Slam. And this might be something else for maybe the blue variation and then the yellow variation on the right side for his basic stuff.
Now the question is when do you guys think that, what makes Connors turn into the Lizard? Do you think he was working on something? Maybe with like Harry, that kind of like he was testing something out and then he turned into the Lizard? Like trying to save Harry? Because I mean, that's essentially, he got hired by Norman to save Harry.
What I'm possibly thinking for the reason why he went back and became the Lizard again is because he was working with the symbiote and he saw the regenerative properties and healing properties that the symbiote gives to a user. Yes. So he probably tried to take the data he learned and apply it to his own Lizard research and try to make a Lizard copy. So he probably stole a small sample of the symbiote
yes,
to test in his lab. Um, Now, for some reason, Peter finds the symbiote, and that also reveals somehow that Carrie has been in New York all this time for the past year
Yeah.
and a half, maybe 2 years. So then he goes to Connors first to interact, find him, but he doesn't find Connors.
Yeah.
He finds the symbiote
And
piece.
maybe it's
It gets on him.
calling to Peter. Maybe it's just like reaching out to Peter, and then it
Mm-hmm.
just and then it gets on Peter. And maybe you never know. Maybe it's hiding around the room. Like
Mhm.
maybe the lab is destroyed and it gets on Peter.
Yeah. Because you see that the bunker doors to north to Connors' basement
Yes.
is kind of forced open. So perhaps Connor starts out rather small,
Here,
and then that's why it's only broken up small
look what
small
Miles
enough.
says.
Yeah. New threads?
New thread. So this is the first time Miles sees Peter with the symbiote suit. Like this is the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this is early on.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
this is
because
gonna-
there's no way that like this is so far in the game where like Miles hasn't seen Peter. It must have just happened. Like, and maybe
Yeah.
a scene before this scene or 2 scenes before this. I'm thinking 1 scene before this, maybe. I'm thinking.
yeah.
I don't even have a stomach.
Now, do you think we're gonna have like Felicia and Taskmaster and all them implicated in the main story of Kraven hunting them down with his crew?
That might be a thing, to where Craven goes after each of your allies that the Spider-Man have in New York,
Yes.
and you have to go and help them out and take him down together in kind of like a team-up duo type deal.
Huh.
You take the drones, I got
Because they might be renegated to assist, because this is going to be a little off topic, and Jedi Survivor, you get 2 companions throughout the game, which is Marin and Bode, and they can call and assist to either attack or restrain a foe to open
Yeah.
up for you to do massive damage.
I love
So
that,
they might
Troy.
be implemented in one way.
Look at these takedowns, and this just shows
Yeah.
how much Miles has improved. Like it's crazy.
And it also goes to show how more confident he is in his abilities as a
100%.
Spider. Because in the first game, he wasn't all that confident in becoming Spider-Man. But by the end, he becomes his own Spider-Man, and therefore he can improve upon it.
Let's take a minute that Craven's goon says they want Connors alive, but yet they're trying to shoot at him, which makes no sense.
Well, they might be trying to get Connors for the simple fact of Craven wants him alive to hunt him later on his own.
Maybe that
'Cause-
maybe because yeah,
Because
as
again,
far as I know,
Craven thrives off of hunting the greatest and best predators on the planet.
yes.
That's why he goes after supers eventually. Like, even going down to hunt down people like Captain America, Taskmaster, and others.
Dude,
Because
it's
out
gonna
of
be
all the
awesome.
hand-to-hand combat people, the greatest tactician that he could ever go after would be Taskmaster, and supers like Spider-Man, Black Cat, and Wraith. Is
Yeah,
it?
Wraith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're-
So,
It's crazy because it's like, I think, look at the list of people he's going after. I think Taskmaster would be a very interesting fight because he's able to copy. So I hope we get to see something where like maybe he does eventually take out Taskmaster, and like Miles and them like are fine. Like, maybe they show up to the scene of the crime. Like, do you think we're gonna get that main story where like he's going after everybody? Maybe he takes a couple of people out and it builds up him as a villain. Because I think we're gonna get a lot of villains in this game, like between
yeah.
you know, what is it?
Because that was
between
one of my...
Blizzard and Venom and Kraven. We're getting a ton.
Yeah, because one of my biggest gripes, Zach, that I didn't tell you, my biggest gripe with the first game is lack of side. Now, it was mostly collect them, but there just wasn't a whole lot of interesting side missions to really go for. I mean, the towers would have been an interesting way to implement Chameleon into the game, because it's someone took down the towers and we don't know who did it. We could have done it as Chameleon, masking himself as different police officers and sabotaging the towers for like Kingpin or something of his own volition.
See, the side missions I don't really care for a lot. I like the main story. So I don't know. I'm not necessarily as worried about the side missions. I'm just like, I'm thinking, will we get Kraven hunting everybody in the main mission, and will that build up to his threat? of him just like this is a new hunting ground for him, and he just wants to go after everybody. But this, you know,
Yeah.
damn well this was Miles's idea. Like you know that the alley-oop. And this just shows how much like Miles is implementing what he knows of just, you know, his day-to-day life and adding it into this, a different moveset that him and Peter could do.
Yeah. I would love to see combo moves with Miles and Peter.
Yes.
I love to see it.
He just throws this dude too. That's Bully
why?
Maguire. That's Bully Maguire, bro.
Yeah.
Pete, dude, Miles
Again.
was like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah. Because again, it's the symbiote taking over his body,
But it's
trying to
Bully
get
alone
control.
call.
Go, man, before he gets
Oh.
too far.
No.
Like, look at his like biceps and neck, and like there's certain parts where it's like,
Mhm.
Big teeth.
Yeah.
So do I.
You see the eye change right
Yeah.
there?
Is the symbiote.
He's not normally
Yeah.
like that, right?
That could be another thing I'm going to love about the symbiotes is the way that the eye expressions are going to be made.
Okay. But the thing I definitely want to say, and Troy, I wanted to wait until like we were on like the recording to tell you this. Guess what I ordered today?
what's that?
The Miles Morales suit from the
Aw,
game.
The new one.
Yep.
Aw, damn.
So it's going to be coming in the 10 to 15 days. So I'm super excited. Once that suit
From
comes
where?
in, Sim Cosplay. Guys,
Nice.
if anybody doesn't know, Sim Cosplay is the best place to get your Spider-Man suits.
I
Like,
mean, unless you have $10 million
Yeah,
and
unless
want to
you
go
like-
to RPC
Yeah.
studio.
yeah, pretty much.
That's-
Oh yeah. I got my hoodie and my shirt ordered for the movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
What,
They'll be here by the 27th estimate.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up for Across the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
But yeah, honestly, I'm excited. I wonder how long we're also going to spend in the jungle for this, because I feel like this is
Me
the
too.
opening scene of the game. Part of me feels like it
Dude,
is.
I thought that was Craven at first, to be
Same.
honest.
I
And
can't
then
lie.
I saw that motherfucker.
Yeah, because he said you
That
got
would've been a very-
slow in your old age Sergey, and I was like, okay, he's
Yeah,
talking
he
about
was
himself.
he was talking like third person or
Yeah, I
something.
was like, he's talking about himself, right? Until the moment he turned
Mhm.
around, I was like, oh shit, that's Craven.
I was
Yeah.
like, why is he killing that dude?
Because he's weak.
He's not
Yeah,
weak.
Craven's
that
just-
motherfucker-
He's weak, Troy. He's weak sauce.
weak
He was no
minded.
He's weak
challenge,
to-
no challenge to Craven.
He was weak to. He was weak to Craven. Craven
Yeah.
does not take weak people into his crew. He only has the best of the best
Look
for
at the
warriors.
guys behind him. Those motherfuckers look weak.
No, those are
Yeah, they all probably passed,
passed
and
the
they all
test.
probably passed the test that he created. Because in the Marvel universe, Craven is one of the greatest hunters
Of
in
all
the
time.
universe.
Yeah. I
For a
love it.
human, at least.
Let's just
So,
take a minute that
he-
this is gonna come out, him in the game, and then we're getting a Craven movie with Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
So it's the year of Craven, baby. I'm excited.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What I'm
this-
hoping that Marvel is building towards is a live action Sinister Six and slowly building it up. Because again, essentially, Peter got a reset in the universe. Because they don't know who Spider-Man is, but they know he exists. So he
Can't
might
get
slowly
over it.
start building. He might slowly start rebuilding his rogues gallery from the ground up, and get his universe as Norman Osborn or a Sinister Six Doc Ock. That would be awesome.
I just can't get over that. I'm wondering if that's the opening sequence of the game with Craven. Do you think it is?
It'd be a very
I think it is. I think that's the opening sequence, or one of the very opening
I
sequences.
feel like it's early in the game for sure.
Yes. But this, I think, is
Yeah.
like 25%. I
Okay.
think it's a little bit later.
Because clearly, from what we know Connors
Way
is
that-
now the Lizard. We know it. We know Peter has the suit at this point. So we know that Miles hasn't seen. This is the first time Miles sees him in the suit. So definitely, I feel like this is somewhat early in the game, but not too far in the game. I wouldn't even say this is the middle. I would say this is like almost to the middle. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
or-
No, I don't agree. I think this is 25 to 30% in. I
Yeah.
think this game is huge. I think
Oh,
this
I
game
think it is too. That's why I'm
massive.
saying that I don't think this is in the middle.
Oh, I thought you. I thought
No,
you.
no,
meant-
I know this is gonna be a long game, but I don't think this is the middle yet. I think this is like we're still almost to the middle of the game.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even think that. I think we're only a quarter in.
I'm on it.
I
Sounds
think
like
we're
Craven's
half
shutting
of
off
that.
this
Half of that.
You think we're half in?
Guess what
No,
y'all
no,
gonna do?
like half of a half. I think
Oh,
we're
okay.
only a quarter in.
So you think so? Okay.
This is probably only an hour in, maybe an hour to 2 hours in the game.
Didn't really tough
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of what I'm saying. Is that it's not middle, but it's like almost middle.
I don't even think
Yeah.
almost middle.
Really? You don't even think almost? You think early? Like pretty early?
I think half a middle, dude.
Okay,
I
okay.
think like half a middle. I think that or yeah. I
Dude,
think this is like
This is
that
beautiful. I
early.
can't wait. I just can't wait. This is gonna be so freaking fun.
Oh yeah.
Early September.
So that's why I'm trying to burn through. Yeah, I'm estimating for either because it said early the fall of 2023 projected. That's if they don't delay the game. Let's hope not.
They're not gonna delay the game.
Well, we never know.
Well, as long as they don't need to rewrite anything and redo anything, it should be fine because the writing
Yeah.
strike's going on, but it hasn't. I don't think they'll rewrite anything. But if they have to get them back into motion cap something, which I don't think they will, I think the game is pretty much done,
How's the hunt going?
Yeah.
if not done already. And I think if anything,
Yeah.
they'll just because what we're seeing now, you know for a fact they're gonna go over it again and repolish it before they officially put it on the shelves. I think they're going to go over it again. I don't think that this is officially what we are going to be getting. I think things will be polished over even more.
No. No.
I think that's
every
why
when
they're
a
taking their sweet time with it. And
Hey.
Yeah, when stuff goes
happy
for-
they're doing that, so.
And I'm
yeah when
happy
stuff
that
comes
they're
out
gonna
for
do
a
that.
showcase, when it comes out for a showcase, like this is most definitely not final product stuff, but it's close.
Yeah.
And they're definitely gonna go back over it and repolish it for the final product.
I love the horror element here, though. I do. I
Me,
also
oh,
do
me
Pit-
too. It's
this-
so
That's
creepy.
another
Yes.
because yes, I love this fact. And it just goes to show that even Spider-Man, people that are like Spider-Man, can get on the edge and be terrified by something simple.
Well, also
Especially when
they were showing off with the reflections and that that when
Oh,
he's
yeah.
walking down like this like
knowing
scary
Insomniac, they took
destruction area.
knowing Insomniac, they took full advantage of the PS5 processor, and most definitely even more so on PC, because this is going to be better on PC when it releases.
Also, Peter does say when he goes after Craven, when he's up, and I'm thinking he's up in that ship because we do see him eventually in that plane that's shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said that I warned you to stay away from Connors. Now, like that's on you or whatever. Like he said something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
so he's had an interaction with Craven. I think without
Yeah.
the suit,
Like
the
I said.
symbiote suit.
Yeah. Maybe he tries to capture Peter early on, like you know how in the first
Yes.
game, Taskmaster will just find you out of nowhere and restrain you. Most likely, that's what's going to happen, or something similar, and he's going to have an interaction, and
Yeah.
he gets wind of what happens with Connors, and Craven goes after him. And Peter doesn't want that because he's hunting Connors for probably the reason I stated earlier, with him having a grudge against him and Norman for keeping Harry in that tank for so long. Because probably when he finds the symbiote, he finds the data and notes on what he's been doing with Norman,
Yeah.
and that upsets him even more. That would probably be a lot more plausible for the early game, and then he tries to go after Connors here.
Well, he needs Connors to save Harry. So whatever Connors,
Yeah.
maybe it's his mind he needs for Connors, or maybe Connors has like something that Peter needs, and he needs to get Connors to help him get that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's the only one who could help.
See, the only one that can help. So they need him his brain to help.
Yeah.
Cool if I borrow this?
Bro, I need this game now.
I need
Oh, yeah.
it now too, man.
Watch out for those drones.
I'm with ya.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be talking to anybody for days.
I'm telling you.
Besides you guys.
Stream.
besides-
I'm gonna be on stream, guys. I'm planning on staying up all night playing this.
I hope
Like I said,
I hope it comes out on a day off, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm trying to burn through my backlog of games to get to this one.
So real quick, we see Craven up in that that attack plane, and we know it blows up. Does he jump out? I hope so.
He's probably already out of it before it gets.
That's what I'm thinking. Like they're not showing it, but there's no way he's dead in there.
No, you know what, Craven? No,
That would
he would
be
not.
so dumb if they would have done him dirty like that.
He would not let a simple explosion stop.
Yeah, take him out, bro. Like he jumped out.
He's-
He bailed.
He's hunted the worst of the worst that Earth has to throw at him. He's now hunting supers. He's not gonna let a little explosion
See,
stop
he
him.
said that. He's like, I warned you about going after Connors. Now this is on you about me taking you out. Like I warned you.
Yep.
Dude, we're just slowly seeing the suit corrupt him. I love we're seeing that.
Because that's what happens all the time. And another detail I love is the fact that his webbing is black.
Yes. Dude, what
That's
about
a great attention. It's a great attention to detail.
what about the fact that Yuri is giving his best performance as Spider-Man? Like showing
Yuri
his
is one-
range and the voice he has for Dark Peter. I love it.
Oh, Yuri Lowenthal as a voice actor is amazing.
He's great. He kills it.
He's a great.
He's the goat.
He is Spider-Man.
Another great character he played and voiced was Suzaku Kurugi from the anime Code Geass, which I honestly recommend for anyone who likes to watch anime. But he's a great voice actor, and the way he does Yuri is just great.
Did you notice he's kind of doing like it's like his version of like Dark Peter sounds a lot like Spider-Man symbiote from the old cartoon. Did you guys notice that? Like it's like it must have, maybe that's what inspired him to kind of do that type of voice, but it sounds like a lot like the old Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, the one from the 90s. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Because that
'Cause I will
shocker clip is going
To
around.
the ends of
Yes,
the earth.
shocker! You
Dude,
can't run from me.
Dude. So what I was seeing too is that Shocker was in that tablet.
We might
and
get it.
Doc Ock. Yeah, I hope we see Shocker again. That would be sick.
I'm hoping I've heard a lot of people saying that Mysterio is going to be a possible boss fight in the game, and I'm like, yes.
I would love that.
Come on, give us Mysterio. Mysterio is one of the most unique villains that Peter has, in my opinion. Just the way he uses illusions to mess with Peter and to just trick him is awesome. That will make for a
That's
very
clean.
interesting boss.
That move was so clean. Oh.
Dude, we have so much in this game already.
Oh man, I can't even.
I can't imagine what they're holding from us.
Yes, dude, I can't wait to just go pick up the game with you, Troy, in our Spider-Man suits.
Yeah, like I said, as soon as pre-orders go up, I'm putting mine in for the deluxe version.
Oh, this is gonna be great. It's just gonna be great.
It's gonna be a great fall.
That's
Dude,
about you. Like, why'd you throw me, bro?
And what I told Zach too, I was like, if they don't have a DLC, they're gonna have that much side content that it makes up for a DLC.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna. I'm sure there's gonna be DLC.
That's why I'm saying this game is gonna be like double the first game.
It's
Oh, yeah,
gonna,
for
it's gonna
sure.
be long and big for sure.
In the first game is pretty long.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But-
first game clocks in around. If you do New Game Plus and you don't go after any of the collectibles, I think it clocks in for story-wise roughly around maybe close to 8 hours for just the story.
8?
I think. I haven't actually timed it.
I would say 80 hours. I know that's not right, but I'm exaggerating.
Yeah.
Dude, it feels like much longer.
It's definitely gonna be long. If not as long as the first game, a little bit longer. But I'm excited, guys. I just want to say thank you for coming in here, guys, and doing this, breakdown trailer of talking about like what we liked about the gameplay trailer, what our theories were, and kind of just our excitement for the game. I appreciate you guys, especially Sam. This is your first time on a video of mine, so I appreciate you. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So I just looked it up. So the original Spider-Man game from 2018, just focusing on the main story, focuses around 17 hours, and then going for completion
Yeah,
is roughly
I knew it was more than 8. knew it was
is
double.
roughly 35 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I think it's gonna be double. I think it's gonna be double. I think it's gonna be like 70 hours, dude. I think it's gonna be almost 100 hours.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
No,
It would be cool if we have like a nice
think
hefty
this
long game.
yeah, I think this game, I'm hoping it's longer than any Call of Duty. You know how Call of Duty is like 200 gigabytes? I hope it's 200 gigabytes, because that's what I want. I don't want a 200 gigabyte Call of Duty game. I want a 200 gigabyte freaking Spider-Man game, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Possibilities
I
are
want.
endless, that's for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
guys, yet again here, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put in notifications, like this video. Definitely again show some support down in the comments below. You guys, you can shout out your socials if you want to. Troy, I know you got the TP Media YouTube. You want to shout that out?
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Sam, you want to shout out any of your socials?
I don't have anything official yet.
You got that TikTok?
Yeah, if you go and follow me at Azure Zero, zero number, and then the exclamation mark on TikTok. I'm over on TikTok.
All right, bet. But yeah, guys. Again, that was the video. Expect to see more content like this, especially if we get like another gameplay. You know, any new gameplay for Spider-Man 2, or if we get like maybe like an official trailer. But before leading up to the the game's release and us officially getting a release date, I think we will get like a trailer next with a release date, like officially. Expect me to do a trailer reaction to that. But guys, yet again, that was the video. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.